Purpose, nature, and mindset. Today is a very special day. I am celebrating, and that's why I'm sharing with you this new video clip. Today we are launching the Purpose Quest program with a traveler mindset. What it is all about. I think the best example I can give you is that one of a real story in the past when I was traveling. I was visiting this beautiful town in Italy, and it was very close to the Dolomites mountains. These mountains are really wonderful, and I'm really suggest you to go and visit them at least once. But that day, I was arriving there, I was living in that town because unexpected circumstances. And this is all about how to embrace change and create out of change an opportunity. I was passing through Austria from a flight coming from Finland, heading to another destination, but my luggage, my backpack, was lost on the way. So the air company offered me to find my backpack and send it to the place I would be. In that backpack I had all my equipment, books, and a lot of important stuff I needed for my work, so I couldn't just miss that. So I decided to stay in Austria for some time and then travel to the border between Austria and Italy and visit the mountains. Later on my backpack will appear, but the point is that I didn't know my backpack will disappear in the airplane, will be missed, it will be sent to another destination. So in the airport they couldn't give me my backpack. So then I will have extra time and I will need to decide what to do with that extra time. I could stay in Austria, in Vienna, or I could take a trip to visit a destination that I like it very much. So I decided to go to the Dolomites, and this is the point in which you stop complaining about something that happened to you, that your plans are forced to change, and you take action and focus on what can you do of positive with that time. So I went to the Dolomites. The day started very early in the morning. I was prepared with some, food and water, and I decided to walk up through the valley. I found a bus, and then I took the bus to shorten the path. And suddenly I found myself in the Dolomites. It was late in the afternoon, and I had enough time. I was bringing with me my didgeridoo and my katana, so I will sit in front of this beautiful mountain and connecting to the sun, playing the didgeridoo, doing some dances with the sword, and doing some beautiful meditation. And suddenly I was thinking, okay, it's really beautiful and I would like to stay here longer. So I will ask in the restaurant, in the lodge that was very close to the place, when is the last bus? And the last bus was going in 20 minutes, so I had to take my backpack and immediately go down the hill. But I didn't feel like doing that. Then I did ask for more information and realized that down the hill, walking all the way down, will be another bus in the other side of the valley. And I thought, okay, if I stay in the mountain for another 1.5 hours or two, I have enough time to enjoy myself and then go down the hill, down the mountain to catch the other bus. But this is when everything happens in a way you do not expect. And in this adventure, I will really focus on connecting to myself when I was up in the mountain. I choose for myself. I choose to stay there and trust that I will find another bus. So these 1.5 hours or two were wonderful. and I could really meditate deeply, do beautiful practices, play beautiful songs with the didgeridoo, reconnect to my power, and feel regenerated after this time. So, satisfied with the experience, I was heading down to the mountain. And then something unexpected happened again. I arrived on time to the bus station down the hill at the other side of the mountain. But the bus will not come. I will have only 20 minutes more battery in my telephone. I have a very thin jacket, half of a water bottle, and a lighter. And it was already getting dark. It's in the fall season, so it's going to be very cold in the night. And I had no precise idea where I was. And there was nobody else next to me. And this is where the other side of the adventure starts, in which you really need to seek deeper inside of yourself and make rapid choices and take action, managing the resources, the opportunities you have, and being self-confident in your own journey. The rest of the story I will tell in our program, and probably in the webinar we're preparing very soon in September about purpose-driven mindset. What I would like to tell you now is that I certainly arrived in the middle of the night to my destination, to the hotel, by walking. I will walk through forests, through roads, without a compass, without reference, without knowing which is the path I was taking. But I will arrive to my destination. How did I manage to do so? This is the whole main point of the adventure, about listening to your own intuition and to your heart. I think the fact that I was meditating in the mountain that long helped me to be very quiet and calm and take this situation with the best mindset I could. But you have to imagine that suddenly from a moment to the other one, you're in a place where there is no contact with anybody, you don't know how many kilometers you have to walk to find the next road, if there is any. If you choose the wrong path, it could take another 2-3 hours. You're in the middle of the night, you cannot see, you are taking paths in the middle of the forest. Easily, it could take the whole night until, I find a path, or eventually get lost and sleep in the forest without knowing where I am the next morning. It was cold, I had no water, no fire, no jacket. It will be a very tough night. So I had the option to wait in the bus station until the next time, or to embark myself into the adventure. I took some time to breathe in and ponder the situation and size the adventure. I went for adventure. So I will look at the mountains, have a little reference of where I was going. It was very dark, and just go down the hill through the forest. I cannot tell you how many times I found myself in a crossroads in which 2 or 3 paths will be in front of me, and I will choose from one or the other one. I was certainly using a method to guide myself, to listen to my inner core, to my intuition, to understand how nature works and how life works, to keep myself into safety, to administrate my resources in the right way, and to keep moving forward. Fear, certainly, uncertainty, challenging in my head, why you did walk this way, why, and silent my mind to connect to the positive feelings I have, because that was the only way to connect to the place, the intuition, and move forward. I think at this point, all the exercises of meditation practices I did to manage myself under unexpected, unpredictable circumstances in which everything changed and there is transition, and eventually you lose what you had that you thought was certain, like a bus that can bring you home. In that moment, I realized there is only one thing I can do, which is to keep moving forward. I will tell the story of the whole path and adventure later on, step by step, and how in every decision I made, I will have to find a way to reconnect to myself, to my purpose, my clarity, my intuition, my heart, and how that helped me to keep my mind clear and open and stable and skillful, so I will make the decisions that help me arrive to my destination. At the end of the story, many hours later, passing through roads and rivers and highways and all sort of paths without being able to connect with any person at all, I will arrive in a little path, see a light which indicates that there is a human, civilization, a little town living there, passing through old houses that were empty, and suddenly see a window with light, looking inside of the window to realize there was a group of young people having dinner, celebrating. And when I look carefully, I recognize them. They were my friends in that hotel. Old friends of mine, students, that I will meet in this place. I did arrive to the destination, and I realized that exactly in that single moment. Before that instant, I was still walking down the mountain from the Dolomites. I had no possibility to call anybody. I had no possibility to rest in any place. I had few euros in my backpack, and even if I would have more euros, I could not rest any place because there was no accommodation, no transport, anything. So money was not useful at all. But something else, that are our inner resources. And with this experience, I will tell a story to my friends immediately in the night. We will celebrate. They will tell me how concerned they were because I was lost in the Dolomites and nobody knew about me. They were ready to call the police. They were waiting for me and they didn't know what to do. But I remember they told me, "We trust that you will find your way." So I did. For a Dolomites program, you will need to get ready. We're going to enter into an adventure, and there are going to be webinars, trainings in the forest, in the city, trainings in hikes, some coaching, and prepare you with the right tools and skills and mindset and exploration experiences already for you to face the Dolomites. The program I have prepared for you is a surprise. It's going to be an adventure, it's going to be fun, it's going to be celebration. There are going to be many different opportunities for you to face your inner core and explore who you are, find your purpose with a traveler mindset. I'm looking forward to see you.